Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Truth Manifested. Bull Bachchan to Satyavachan. Today, we are here to discuss about maintaining health through diet and nutrition during COVID times. Today, we have with us Ms. Kavitha Bhatnagar. She's a certified nutrition advisor practicing from the past 10 years. She has clients across India and is currently associated with Rustic Wisdom community where they focus on healthy living. I welcome you, ma'am. I would also like to introduce Jagruk Youth Society and OWL Media. Jagruk Youth Society is a student voluntary body organization working for a noble cause that is providing quality education to the underprivileged, marginalized, and untouched sections of the society, and also promote educational rights for citizens, to which many of them are not aware, and our motto is striving for educating. We young minds wish to eradicate illiteracy from our country and worldwide. Education is a prime concern, without which mankind cannot sustain a healthy living. OWL is a digital media platform, and it consists of blogs on various topics, memes, podcasts like Talk and Tick, and video series like Catalysis and Truth Manifested. Their goal is to provide entertainment and knowledge to the people, and is a part of the Zalis Media. I am Anupriya Bhattnagar, the host of today's episode, and I'm currently working as the senior content writer for Jagruk Youth Society, and I am an enthusiastic volunteer who loves helping others.
Wow. Nice to meet you, Anu, and it's wonderful to hear about your organization and what all amazing things that you're all doing.
Thank you, ma'am. It is so nice to have you here as well. Nutrition has always played a large part in supporting a person's immune system. There is currently no strong evidence that healthy eating prevents or lowers the symptoms of COVID-19 directly. However, there is a strong correlation between a healthy diet and a well-balanced immune system, and a strong immune system helps fight off disease. With this, we begin our discussion for today, and we have our first question for the day. How do we maintain our nutrition during this tough time?
See, in fact, if I have to talk about the nutrition, it's not only good that people are becoming more aware of it now. It is very, very good because, see, this is something which is actually in a long term. If we actually make this lifestyle changes on a regular basis, it can be a very good thing that we can see in the future as well. See, eating balanced diet mainly involves, I would say, eating more of a local and seasonal food, and whatever, especially the home cooked food, is something which I would say has tremendous benefits. In fact, if all of you should know, the fruits and vegetables or the food that our grandparents were cooking is hardly, at least some of us know what is being cooked also. So this is something that I would say, surely sit with your parents and understand, and if they're telling you eat this many type of varieties, I think it will be a very, very important role that it plays. Okay, and including a lot of combinations in your food. See, why does food get very boring? Nutrition means people only think of, okay, very fancy diet, but it is not about that. It is about including a lot of fruit, grains, trying out multiple grains, whole wheat grains, and eating fresh fruits and vegetables and nuts. These are something can play a very, very big role. And see, right now, if you see the advertisement is actually a biggest culprit that has been there in terms of promoting the food, especially the high sugar and salty content is advertised every few minutes, and I think that plays very subconsciously. It is actually makes our food choices. So one thing I would say is, if we talk about nutrition, it is always fresh fruits and vegetables, and the local seasonal food is what I would say can make a very good choice of eating. I think that can be a very good way to get started with. So that is what I can tell.
Well, that was interesting to know, ma'am. And the second question, which actually relates to your answer, would be which fruits and vegetables would be beneficial to eat right now, especially looking at the immune system and the role it's supposed to play. So, what are your views on that?
Okay. See, I would say as a nutritionist, one thing this I would tell is eat local and eat seasonal. Never try to eat any fruits or vegetables that is not available. Have you ever noticed the apples are more juicy? Maybe when during the September to August to September, October, I think the apples are grown that time. Grapes are much sweeter during December, and same thing even with oranges too. And what is the current thing that is there? It is mangoes, melons. I think these are the very, very good things in terms of fruits that we can consume. And fruits also, maybe what I can tell is don't eat it as a dessert after your meal. I think the nutrients present in the fruit will get wasted. So I would say eating it as a snack can be a very good thing. Maybe mid-morning snacks or evening snacks can be a very good thing. And even with the melons also, in terms of vegetables as well. See, cucumbers and lauki, all the gourds and tomatoes, all these things include eating raw can also be very, very beneficial. And one vegetable, or maybe the one thing that I would want to always tell is keep your lemons always at your side in different ways. Maybe squeezing it on a salad or even on the fruit is also very good because it is rich in vitamin C. And apart from that, flavoring your water, because being hydrated, maintaining hydration is extremely important during the season, and otherwise also it reduces the what do you call junk eating. So this is where it's very, very crucial to have this lemon juice or maybe detox drink that you can make with various flavors. I think it can be very beneficial along with fruits and vegetables, and lemon is something which can add tremendous flavor.
That is interesting to note, ma'am. And the third question that we have for today is that we've often seen that we say that kids are fussy. So, how do we ensure a balanced diet for them to have?
Okay. See, why kids are fussy is we are not educating them. The only thing that we tell kids is eat this fruit, eat this vegetable. We are not telling the benefits of it. Maybe as a parent, when I'm shopping, I include my child. In fact, every fruit that comes into our house or every vegetable, my son goes and plants it in a pot. I think that is one simple way of inculcating a habit of having your own small vegetable garden, or maybe if there is no space as such, at least include kids in the while you're shopping. I think that is the first step that makes them aware of what is the right thing for their body. Okay, that is something that I would definitely tell. And uh, what do you stock at home? I think matters a lot because kids are kids. You cannot tell anything for them. So they always want all the sugary food that is there, all the salty foods, processed food that is being shown. Instead of that, what I would recommend is have a lot of varieties. Maybe include some dry fruits and nuts also in as a stock, and make this available to them. See, keep it on a table where when the boat they come and see the food and they eat. So whatever we stock at home is matters a lot, and whatever they can see is what they also crave for. I think we should make it very easier and simple for them so that they get to choose the right food when they're having.
All right. So, like having more of an interactive relationship with the kids and explaining them what they're eating and the
Yes.
food that is important for them, that will help us get
And
them a balanced
also,
diet.
when you go for shopping or when you're actually get the ingredients at home, also start reading the label and teach them. In fact, if they're mentioned as this is the sugar that is present, you explain them this is okay to eat once in a while as a treat and not as a everyday thing that you can eat. So you get bored and you end up eating. You explain them the importance of the contents that are there in the food label. I think that can play a big role. So that's something that I would definitely tell.
Okay, ma'am. That's actually very insightful. So, what are some suggestions through which people can improve their immunity through diet and nutrition?
Okay. See, in fact, I did couple of webinars in the last year also. I was telling people, see, this COVID came last year also, and it is coming again, even again this year. So nutrition is not that if I eat something today that I'll get tomorrow, better tomorrow. No, maybe if I have to explain you little bit, if you see our stomach lining that is there, that secretes the acid, that actually regenerates itself every few days, maybe every fourth day or fifth day. Or if you see our liver itself, it can regenerate even if it is actually spoiled more than 25%, only just 25% is left, it can still regenerate once in 6 months, so 6 weeks. So if you see, our body is a superb, it has an amazing mechanism of regenerating itself. So if at all I choose to make my eating right in terms of, first thing to start with, including a lot of fruits and vegetables in my diet in terms of salads and having it as before the meal, one. And second thing, including a lot of protein in our diet. I think, see, this is something is a very crucial thing to know. See, the requirement of our body is, for example, if a person weighs around 50 kgs, they need around 50 grams of protein. Okay, so how do we get that? So maybe choose different varieties of proteins are there. One is like for vegetarians, sprouts is something that is a very good source. And then dals, legumes, which are anyways included in our diet. Instead of making it as a weekly, uh, sweets, I think more of sugar intake can impact our brain health. So that is something that we, if we keep in our mind, I think it can be a good thing. So one is having you not missing your breakfast, eating it on time, and second thing is about making sure your protein intake is very very good. Okay, and the third thing that I would say is, see, why do we crave for different foods when we don't have choice? Maybe on your workplace or anywhere that you are actually sitting, or maybe the place where it's reachable, have a collection of fruits and nuts. I think nuts can be play a very good role, where include all raisins. You can include uh, uh, what is it,
Cashews.
cashew. See, mainly all these are very good, but only thing I want to say is the things that gives that sweet flavor. Dates, raisins, apricot, and all very very good, because it, even one or two pieces that we eat, I think it can give that fulfilling feeling. So I think that can be a good thing. So for our brain health, sugar is not good. So that is when we crave for it. So if at all, when I don't skip breakfast, when I eat a good amount of protein, I think we can maintain good health and focus better.
Okay, ma'am. That was actually a crucial point to make because these days, with a lot of tension and stress going around, we often tend to stress eat. Like I've heard even of people who stress eat and they watch YouTube videos about this and they start consuming whatever the videos say. So, what do you recommend for such people?
See, you know what? You need to understand the pattern of why you're. Maybe you can keep a food diary and you write down when you're stressed what is that you crave for. And most of the time you end up going and picking the same one or two items. It could be that chocolate bar that is kept, or it could be that salty chips that you're taking. So maybe I'm just giving you as an example. So one is keeping track of whatever that you are, the meal that you are eating when you're stressed. Okay. And second thing I would say is maybe have a drink water. I think that can be a very good thing. It can actually, because see, why do we stress it? Because it's not that I'm hungry, I just feel like eating, maybe so that I'm diverting my mood, but it doesn't solve the problem. So what I would tell is, one is eating, maybe keeping the food dairy. Second thing would be drinking water. And third thing would be, it is okay sometimes if you're stress eating, it's fine, because there is an when we are stressed, the cortisol actually makes us do all these things. So this is where, when we actually, if at all we can understand the pattern, maybe moving away from the desk workplace, doing sudden jumping jacks, or maybe exercises are very, very good. Maybe one of it I would say usually is, I ask people to just jump on the same place, maybe jog in the same place, or jumping, or going and standing in the nature and observing. I think when we actually figure out a pattern and try to do different than entering the kitchen, I think our stress eating would reduce. So that is something. I don't say that it won't happen. It will surely. Sometimes it is okay, but when you're actually making a calendar, it is happening maybe more than 3 to 4 times in a day, or maybe it's much more even in the week also. You understand your pattern and try doing some things different that you have not done, which is suddenly out of the routine. I think that can actually benefit. In terms of eating, with drinking, I think detox drink can play a very good role. If maybe in a jar of bottle, if you can actually keep certain mint leaves, maybe 5 to 6 mint leaves, squeeze lemon, or maybe you can actually put infuse seasonal fruits also. And if you can keep sipping, I think that can also give a again energy boost as well. So that's something that I would say.
So, ma'am, with that, we have come to the end of the questions, and I would like to summarize whatever we've learned today. So, we must have a colorful diet full of vegetables and fruits, preferably seasonal and available in the area. And also,
Correct.
in when we are talking to kids, we must involve them in what they're eating and how they're supposed to eat it because that will encourage them to actually come forward and give their choices. And whilst in the same time, we'll also be able to provide them the appropriate nutrition. Then also talking about the gut health and the detox water, which is very important and can provide a energy boost. So it was actually an enriching session overall, and I really enjoyed learning so much from you.
Yeah.
So, with that, I would like to thank Ms. Kavitha for joining us and providing us with her invaluable input. Some suggestions that we have coming from the Jagrok Youth Society include eating healthy and preventing stress eating. Try to divert your stress in some other physical activities rather than having it in the form of binge eating or like craving eating in the form of sweets and carbohydrate rich diet. So with that, thank you, ma'am, for your precious time. And thank you,
Welcome.
viewers, for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Thank you.